Now, when it comes to crafts, a bespoke piece of furniture, the genuine handmade thing, can truly be a thing of beauty. And just a couple of miles from here, near the village of Castle Gregory, you'll find the Goose Island Workshop, which produces some wonderful stuff, as Geraldine Harney has been finding out.
Watching Gary Marcham at work is watching a master plying his craft. With his hands his main tool. Take for instance this chair, not yet finished, but already a thing of beauty, with much of the wood coming from nearby Castle Gregory forests.
This is based on the Philadelphia sackback from the east coast of America. In this particular chair, we're mixing green woodworking with cabinet making styles. So I've got laminated seasoned wood in the bows, but the actual component parts for the arm posts, the spindles and the legs are all taken from local green wood, and that's been split and roughed out and turned on the lathe and then dried and then fitted into the seat. Well, to sum it up really, they start as a log on a Monday and they're a finished chair by the Friday. So you're looking at, on a chair like this, you're probably looking at the bones of about 45 to 50 hours work. But it's beautiful work, it's beautiful work. It's very enjoyable, it's very relaxing, and people love to come to the workshop and experience the opportunity to stand in the footprints of makers of old.
And looking around Gary's workshop, one can see some of the very modern equipment he uses, but also some which, though made in recent times, are based on very old methods of working, inspired from where Gary came from originally. Take for instance the spring lathe machine.
As you can see, it doesn't use any power, it's just leg power, will power sometimes, and a good breakfast in the morning will get it right through the day. So it's a nice quiet tool to use. I'm from West Berkshire. I'm from the Kennet Valley, and it was an area that was sort of heavily wooded on one side of the river, and the people that worked locally, as I grew up as a boy, were working in the woods. There were lots of, I grew up with a lot of woodsmen around me. My father in particular did renovation work on local farm buildings, so he would work on anything from 16th century buildings right up to the modern days. So I always had a love for the woods and the woodland, and this is why I've really took on the green woodworking, because it's a great opportunity for me to get my hands on a material that I've loved all my life.
So how did a man from West Berkshire land living very happily on the Dingle Peninsula?
I came here initially on a diving holiday, and I worked down at Harbour House for Waterworld, Ronnie Fitzgibbon and Pat Fitzgibbon. They took me under their wing, and I was here for an initial week and I fell in love with the place, and I wasn't long before I was back and stayed. I live here with Caroline, my wife, and my youngest son, Rian, who's only 6 months old, and I'm looking forward to getting him into the workshop as soon as I can. So that's it, it's myself and the family. I've got James, my eldest son, he's 27, and he's come over to work with us for the summer from England, and he's really enjoying himself, wouldn't he, in Kerry.
And what a beautiful home Gary and Caroline have, most of which Gary built himself.
We broke ground in just after Christmas, I think 2002, and we moved in 14 months later. I had great help from my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, with the block work and everything, but really everything else I did entirely on my own. And it was the most inspired 14 months I ever had. If you ever wanted some reason to get yourself out of bed, building the house was one of them.
Just some more of his talent, but back to the woodwork. In addition to chairs, Gary also makes a wide variety of furniture.
Well, I make all sorts of bespoke furniture, from bookcases, console tables, kitchen tables, right from standard designs, Victorian designs, right through to contemporary designs of today.
And each unique piece gets its own very personal finishing touch, a handwritten message, all because each piece means so much to Gary.
Having it go out of the workshop's a little bit like losing a friend, because it's a period of your life that people buy when they commission a piece of furniture. It's not a piece of furniture they're buying. And we put on a lot of our furniture, there's a mark or a note that denotes that week. It might be a football score, it might be a GA score, it might be a certain event. The one outside has got commemorates Rian's birth, my youngest son. You want to come into the centre of your detail, remember to have the centre.
In recent times, Gary has also begun teaching his craft at the workshop, and it's an area he really is enjoying. Being a member of Craft and Kerry has been great for Gary, and when we caught up with him last week, he was eagerly awaiting the weekend craft fair.
Taking part in the craft fair in Dingle is a great opportunity for all of us. Great to get new customers and expose your products to a wider market. Dingle's got a lot of different people go to visit Dingle. So, you know, the craft fair, we're all looking forward to it.
A lot of hard work, but producing beautiful stuff. Now, one of the